Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome once again to all of you to the IPO listing ceremony of Quick Heal Technologies Limited. Inviting our dignitaries on the dais, we have Mr. Kailash Katkar, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer. Nice big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Sanjay Katkar, Managing Director and Chief Technology Officer. Mr. Rajesh Gansogi, CEO. Mr. Abhijit Jorvekar, Executive Director and Senior VP Sales. Ms. Kalpana Morparia, JP Morgan India Private Limited. Mr. Ashwani Khare, ICICI Securities Limited. Mr. Indranil Borkakoti, Jefferies India Private Limited. And finally, Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, BSE Head. Before we begin the opening address, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the traditional lighting of the lamp. May I request all our dignitaries to kindly step down and do the honors of lighting the lamp. Thank you very much. And now for our opening address, I invite Ms. Kalpana Morparia, JP Morgan India Private Limited, to give us the opening address. A nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
A very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. I am particularly delighted on behalf of all the joint book running lead managers to be present here today to celebrate the debut of a phenomenal company, Quick Heal. It is a great event in the life of any company when you make a debut listing. And I think it is particularly special for this company because they managed to achieve a seemingly impossible task of getting an 11 times oversubscription in one of the most turbulent markets that India has seen and what the global markets have seen. I think it's a true testimony to the great products that you've built, the leading position that you have there. It's, getting a 30% market share in a retail market and being known as a household name in antivirus technology is indeed a super achievement. I was actually even more delighted to hear today that it was started up. We've heard about the famous Valley Garage startups and the most famous being Apple with Steve Jobs. Well, here is a company that was a garage startup. And we're indeed so proud because this indeed is the future of India. Every time you hear a negative story about India, a quick heel will stand up there and say, this is what the future of India is all about. So thank you so much for giving us this privilege of leading your issue. We all look forward to the debut that you'll soon make at 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Mr. Kailash Katkar, Managing Director and CEO, Quick Heal Technologies Limited, to address all of us. Please welcome Mr. Kailash Katkar.
Good morning to all of you. When I just entered this building, I just remember my first day of career. I started my first day of career, that was in year 1986. And this was very close to this building near Reserve Bank of India, Hanuman building. That is where I first joined one company over there as a calculator technician. And this was 30 years back, and my first salary was 450 rupees. That time I used to always pass through this lane. I used to I never thought of it that today I will be standing here in front of you. But this is a really big proud for me, to see myself here, and today my company shares are going to be listed in market. When I started my company, my vision was to set an example for Indian homegrown software products, making it international quality products, and not only in India but take it globally. So Quick Heal's success is all about, efforts towards developing the product and developing the market, which actually is driven by delivering the values to the customers actually. Capability-wise, Quick Heal has created a great technological product, brand, and a good distribution network. Quick Heal is a high profitable company, being into product company, and Quick Heal will be the first consumer product company to be listed in India. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kailash Katkar. And now I invite Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, a BSE head, to address all of us. Please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan.
Mr. Kailash Katkar, Mr. Sagar Katkar, Mrs. Rajesh Gunasgir, Mr. Abhijit Jorvekar, Ms. Kalpana Morparia, Mr. Indranil Borkakoti, Mr. Ashwini Khare, friends, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure and honor to be in front of you. Very warm welcome. The listing of a company is a very major step towards the growth and future of the company. An IPO puts into a spotlight all the good work done by the company in the past, and also all the future promises that company brings. We at BSE are always looking forward to encouraging the good efforts of the company getting listed with accomplishment of best practices in the background. This in turn puts the company on a path to glory, and as a result puts India in a positive spotlight. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." The story of two brothers, Kailash Katkar and Sanjay Katkar of Quick Heal Technologies, bears testament to this. and shows us that even entrepreneurship can come from the desire to change the world and by breaking out of your comfort zone. Quick Heal Technologies is one of the leading IT security solutions company, incorporated in 1995. It's a IT security solutions company with a market share of over 30% in retail segment in India. Quick Heal's customers include home users, small offices, home offices, SMBs, enterprises, and education institutions, governments, and so on and so forth. In 2010, Quick Heal partnered with venture capital arm Sequoia Capital to boost its novel technology and business model. This resulted in an investment of $12 million from Sequoia. At BSE, we understand the value of investors' data being protected from misuse and adhere to the most stringent digital security system that ensures safety and security. We are always and constantly innovating and upgrading our systems and platforms, thereby providing better services to the society. India today has the third largest startup ecosystem in the world and is growing immensely year on year with huge number of young and fast growing companies creating innovative products and services. To help boost this ecosystem, BSE has set up a new segment called BSE High Tech segment. BSE High Tech is a platform that enables a young, fast-growing company to list on an exchange with much easier criteria and gain access to capital from a larger base of sophisticated investors. This platform will help bring the startup ecosystem on a regulated platform and increase the visibility and credibility of these companies. These entrepreneurs need a platform to reach out to potential investors and raise funds to fuel the growth. The new age companies, which extensively use internet technology and knowledge-based ideas and create innovative enterprises, have attracted the brightest talent, creating new jobs and made services industry more efficient. BSE High Tech recognizes that these young companies are unique in terms of their business models, which tend to be revenue focused rather than profit focused, and hence do not fit in the traditional value models. We are keen to create a new NASDAQ in India, and BSE High Tech, along with BSE SME, are specifically designed for the new age high-tech innovative companies that are more growth-oriented. Most of you are aware that BSE was established in 1875. We are celebrating 140 years of our existence this year. Asia's oldest exchange, BSE, is now world's fastest with 6 microsecond response time, and is also world's largest with 5,400 companies listed. Quick Heal entered the primary market on February 8, 2016 with 1 crore 40 lakh plus equity shares of rupees 10 each in the price band of 311 to 321, aggregating rupees 451 plus crores. Its IPO was oversubscribed around 8 times overall, with retail category oversubscribed by 3.7 times and non-institutional category by 37 times. QIB category, interestingly, was oversubscribed by more than 4.534 times, and employee by 0.244 times. The issue closed on February 10, 2016 with a final issue price of 321 per share and the total issue size of 451.25 crores. The merchant bankers for this IPO were ICICI Securities, Jefferies India Private Limited, and JP Morgan India Private Limited. With the successful completion of its IPO, Quick Heal Technologies is now the newest member of BSE family. I would like to extend my best wishes to Quick Heal Technologies and its entire team on this momentous occasion and wish them all the success in their future endeavors. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mr. Ashwani Khare, ICICI Securities Limited, to address all of us. Please welcome Mr. Ashwani Khare.
Good morning, friends. It's indeed a great pleasure to be sharing a dais today with the MD and CEO, Mr. Kailash Katkar of Quick Heals, along with the MD and CTO, Mr. Sanjay Katkar of Quick Heals, who, along with their accomplished team, have achieved yet another milestone today. Quick Heal is truly representative of India's emergence on the global platform in technology-led innovations. Since their humble beginning in 1995, as mentioned through a garage in Pune, the company has come a long way. The company today has become a leading provider of security software products and solutions, not only in India, but across the world with 80 countries abroad. It's the first company in this space to get listed, and we are very proud to be associated with them. We help them bring them to the public markets through a recently concluded IPO issue, which had an overwhelming response of 10.8 times last week. Both Kailash and Sanjay have built this company with passion, and I'm sure that they will continue to innovate and carry their good work in future. Sequoia Capital, who is a investor in the technology companies, continues to be the partner with them in the growth. On this auspicious and momentous occasion of listing, I would like to convey our best wishes to them for success in the coming years and their endeavors towards growth and creating shareholder value in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Khare. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the presentation of mementos. We're going to begin with the first memento being handed over to Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan by Mr. Kailash Katkar. And now we have the mementos from BSE, from Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan to Mr. Kailash Katkar. Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan to Mr. Sanjay Katkar. The next one to Mr. Rajesh Gansogi. Mr. Abhijit Jorvekar. Ms. Kalpana Morparia. Mr. Ashwani Khare. And Mr. Indranil Borkakoti. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the vote of thanks, I invite Mr. Indranil Borkakoti from Jefferies India Limited to address us.
Thank you. I'll make it short. I think we're almost there. And I guess on behalf of all the book runners, again, I'd like to thank the company and Sequoia for giving us this opportunity to be a part of this hugely successful IPO. I think I have just a few points to make here. I think interestingly, this was a deal done in a market where each day the issue was open, the markets were falling, and it was on the back of a tech meltdown globally. And interestingly, I think this is one of the few companies I've seen where investors from every single geography that the company went and met during the roadshows participated, be it from the US, from the UK, Singapore, Hong Kong, India. So I think it's been greatly appreciated. I think the theme has resounded well. And this being the first product consumer company in the technology space made in India to be listing at a time where I think the Made in India week is still alive. I think it's a great achievement, and I wish the company all the best as a listed entity. It's the one-time event that every company goes through, and I wish them all the success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We've got about 4 minutes to count down. Anybody from the dais would like to say something? Please come forward.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'll not take too much of time. Just like to say that when we started this, I never imagined I'll be taking this company to at this height. The very fact of that I had been ignorant or maybe innocent about what challenges I'll be facing, that really made me face the simple steps that I kept on doing. In the sense, I never thought that I'll be competing with the bigger MNCs and coming out with this product. So our point was, my point was to face what is there on day-to-day basis and come out the situation. And today, if I look back for like almost 25 years, I realize how big it has become actually. And thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Everybody's looking at the big clock. We have 2 minutes. You want to come and say something? Please come forward. Yes, sir. Come.
Thank you. I'll just go into one aspect of what I learned over here. Remember, we've been all over the world, and I've been with the company for nearly 3 years. And the one thing which I've stated in a lot of my, expression to potential investors has been, India is entrepreneur country. You remove the shackles, and there's a whole lot of world that can be created here. I'm very happy. I'm thankful that I got a chance to work with a great entrepreneur. I've had the privilege of actually taking 2 entrepreneurs public. It's a great feeling. So I'll simply say, at this stage, before we do the gong ringing, I'd like to, have 3 cheers for entrepreneurs in India. Shall we go ahead? Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
May I request all our dignitaries to kindly get closer to the gong. So with that same amount of enthusiasm of the hip hip hooray, as we get down to 10, let's hear all of you giving the countdown along with me. As soon as the gong is rung, make sure nobody stands in their places. The camera guys behind can't get it. Let's start. Come on. 8, 7, 6. Can't hear you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Congratulations to Quick Heal Technologies Limited. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the media briefing.